I didn't think of that analogy, but I did think of something that I wanted to talk about because it makes the point to me. So, I want to make the point to you because my neighbor, I was talking to her, I'm doing a return. Oh, which by the way, that Karen Eek stuff that I thought, oh, I'll try that stuff. It feels like I'm putting acid on my head. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm hyper aware of chemicals or something, but it feels like I'm getting an acid burn on my head. So I'm sending it back. So for anybody who wants to try it, who knows if when they put those reviews in, if they're real or they're paid for, who knows. But I'm telling you, that's my experience. It felt like, acid rain on my head. So anyways, I was sending it back. And I did see one that is supposed to be all natural, that really supposedly is like rose hips and basil and stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see. But the thing I wanted to talk about, so I was asking her if I could, if she had a printer, if she would print something out for me for the return. You have to have this label thing. So she said that she would, and because she has to print something out right now anyways, because, okay, so this, you definitely have to talk in code. So she's going to cross the border, right up at the border. So she's going to cross over into Canada. And they have a requirement. I don't know all the requirement. I don't know if you have to have this and a test or what the deal is. She didn't say that. She just said she has to print out that the test results to take them, or you can't cross. Okay, so this is the point that I want to make, is when you think about, there's somebody who is supplying those things, the things that you have to take to prove your results to your job, to whoever. Okay, so somebody made those, created those. Somebody with a lot of money who had access to a lab made all of those, right? And they have every intention of becoming super rich off of what they made. So, for us, it could be free. Oh, it's free. Go do as many as you want. It's free. But the government or whoever is paying for them paid the people, because they have just this like laundry money system that they just go through. Like they just are constantly, it's like keeping the sewers full. Like that's all they do, is it just keeps it rotating through this swampland of what these people are. So they have like with the federal government, okay, you are going to pay us $200 billion for all these fabulous, these things and these tests and all this stuff. So they get these contracts. That's what so much was coming out about during, I think it was Afghanistan, with the contracts and who was making the contracts and who was doing the work for all of this stuff. They had to go over there and, change for these people. And when they were doing that, it could have been in Iran. It seems like it was Afghanistan. I can't remember exactly, but it was coming out so much about who had the contracts and stuff like that. So then you start seeing like, oh, these are politicians in bed with people in the corporation. Like all this stuff has been becoming more and more clear to us all the time. But so for these, they have these contracts, so they will get all of their billions of dollars. And the way these people will make money back is off of what it is, will get sick, because not only those things also have stuff in them, like all of the stuff I keep talking about, the chemicals and the toxins and all that stuff, it is something to put it in. The results, it don't matter. It's a game or something. It's like a slot machine kind of game, if it's going to come up positive or negative. But so what it really is something to put more stuff inside of you. And there's something about where they push it up to and the way they turn it. It is, it's like trying to push this stuff through the blood-brain barrier or something. I've seen some doctors and microbiologists and stuff talking about these things and why you shouldn't be doing them and what they're doing. And there's been tests run on the end of these things that they're putting up there, and it's been found that they're contaminated. They're putting contaminants up there. So, and they're trying to cross it into your bloodstream, into your brain. And so, you know, you have that going on, plus for them to demand it from place to place. See how they're working together. This one says, well, you have to have this if you want to come over here. So then they, you know, they make these demands and then supply these tests. Like, it's all this way of funneling money, you know, and the government is just a huge money laundering thing for the corporation is what it's become. So it is, so they demand those things so that they get a double thing. You know, they get the money going into their system, into their swampy, you know, their funneling money system. And then they also have where they're getting people sick, so that those people have to go take more medicine, you know, hopefully go to the hospital, you know, like all this stuff that they're trying to do, because, I mean, they want 15 out of 16 people gone. So, and they want to enjoy it while they're doing it. They're like serial killers, you know. They want to enjoy every moment, get the full taste of what it's like to watch us squirm, you know. And the thing is, too, is a big point that I want to make is like, but she's participating. You see, like, you're participating in the system. You're allowing these things to be done to you. You're going in and saying, okay, I'm a player. Count me in. When, if you took away all the players, you know, like they have these freedom convoys and stuff like that. Like, we're all coming together for freedom. But what we need to do is all pull out for freedom. You know, you don't participate. We stop going and doing the things that they rely on us to do. We stop buying from them. We stop borrowing from them. We stop participating. You know, we don't go to their education centers. We don't go to their court systems. You know, it's us pulling free. You know, they lose their players. But when you have these people who, you know, I just want things to get back to normal. I just want to go live my normal life. Like, their standards are so low, they're willing to accept any kind of abuse, any kind of bullshit. But it is because, you know, they haven't raised their standards yet. They haven't done their healing. They haven't been directed yet. But, you know, I mean, it's coming. I mean, it's coming. But anyways, I wanted to point that out because I thought this, surely someone could hear this and it would be like, oh, okay, I get it. I get what you're saying. You know, I spend so much time, I feel like, trying to say something to get somebody, like, to spark these memories or these realizations inside of somebody. And, you know, it is us who have to do the remembering. We have to remember who and what we are. We have to remember we're eternal beings. We can't be killed. They cannot kill us. They cannot do anything to us. They can't harm us. They can make us think we're being harmed. Therefore, we feel harmed. But it is what they are putting into your mind and what you are willing to accept. And the more that you pull free from the game, the more you say, hey, I'm not playing this game. I'm not one of the players here. You know, then, you start seeing it. You start seeing the game. The game is so clear. You see it in everything. Like, I mean, I talk about this stuff all the time. I see it in every fucking commercial, in every conversation, like people's willingness to participate, what they're constantly pushing, how they funnel the money around. I mean, I can't believe this stuff coming out, asking now, you know, for the Ukraine, like it's been in this battle for 20 years or something. And, you know, I mean, what happened in Syria? What happened in Africa? You know, they just cycle through. They create these places where people can't get ahead. I mean, they do it in our own country. They create ghettos. They create a space to oppress, you know. And then they make you jump through hoops to remove yourself out of that. And then once you get into that, It is a direction, this whole keeping up with the Joneses. Get what you can get, fuck over your brother to get whatever he has, It's just a dog eat dog, rat race, every man for himself. Throw your sister under a bus. Who fucking cares, And people are willing to accept that because they systematically turn your source to the truth off. They cut you free from your soul. It's up to you to reconnect. It's up to you to realize this world isn't fulfilling. It's shallow. It's misleading. It's using people. It's up to you to start, you got to trigger those spidey senses. You got to get something going in there, but it's up to each person, and each person's on their own soul journey. But anyways, Stella has spoken. She's at the door. So, and I wish I could think of that analogy, but it must have just been so that they could make me see it, because so much of the time, they'll show me things, and then I'm trying to explain what they show. Well, even when I go back and I listen to myself talk, I always find it fascinating. It's like it's not me who's talking. I can watch myself. It's like, oh, I didn't know I said that. I didn't know I said that. It's like you just tune in to this other side. The information is coming so fast in your head, and you're saying it. And you're just trying to get a point out that they're trying to get people to understand. And I can see by the information that they give, it's all about expansion. It's all about increasing your perspective. You increase your perspective by stopping judging, because how can you appreciate someone else's perspective if you're too busy judging them? If you are having this hierarchy kind of mental battle with people all the time, like you got to prove that you're better than everybody. So anyways, there's so much more about not proving you're better, but humbling yourself into being real. We've lived in a fake fucking world, and I think we're all ready for something real. So anyways, I'm going to go let her in, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.